Good morning, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to my beautiful rideshare revolutionaries. It's me, Gio, the leader of the rideshare revolution, the rideshare rockstar, and the captain of the 2K club, and the man, the myth, and the machine. And we're going to go over a couple things that happened this week. Nothing too thrilling going on in our market, other than there's a Star Wars convention in town, so lots of nerds in town, and they bring their nerd wallets. Those jam-packed nerd wallets. I've gotten many tips from giving rides to Star Wars fans, and they love my Star Wars humor. My knowledge of pop culture really makes them smile, so it's going to be a good weekend. I hope everyone cashes in Chicago. But we're going to talk about what happened on Wednesday. Those two interesting things happened. Two interesting things happened on Wednesday. Wednesday, I got in the car about 4:45, I want to say, and I was in my driveway for 25-30 minutes, didn't get a ride. I was like, okay, well, gotta eat the miles, I guess. So I kept both apps on, filtered towards downtown, nothing, right? I got to the north side of Chicago, I did 2 rides, and then I was getting a little antsy, and then obviously I see the estimated trip duration on Uber, so one of the rides said 38 minutes. I'm like, okay, that's probably O'Hare from Edgewater, right? So I took it. I took the ride. It was 2 girls going to Puerto Rico. Super funny girls. They were joking around the entire time. And but then I was like, but then I knew, like, I'm fucked. Like, I'm fucked. You know, like, I figured my morning was kind of ruined at this point. So I think I did one trip that took me a little bit more northeast towards like Edison Park area, which, I mean, that doesn't mean much to people outside Chicago, but it was right around, I got sent around, where's the highway, right around in more Norwood Park, yeah, right there. I got sent around there where that blue thing is, the blue metro sign, and then I got a Lyft ping. Okay. So I did the Lyft ping. I go pick them up. It was an hour-long ride into the city. I guess the metro was delayed. So I got lucky. During that hour-long ride, I was talking to passengers because they had a lot of questions about Uber and Lyft, and who better to answer them than me, right? And they were asking me a couple different things, and one of them asked, what's up with the airport? Why does it take so long to get rides, and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, is there any way to get out of there faster? And I'm like, absolutely there is. I call it the hotel trick. That's where you ping yourself at a hotel near the airport, and a driver will come get you, and you call the driver, and he'll come in off the highway or in the surrounding suburbs, and you'll get a trip much faster than waiting 30 minutes for a regular car to come from the lot. And I saw her face. She was like, oh my God, that's awesome, right? And whenever I tell that to passengers, I could always gauge the reaction. They're just like, what? Hell yeah, like, because they're sick and tired of waiting. They don't want to be waiting 30-40 minutes to get picked up. So I gave that smidge of information out, and like always, ended up with a $10 tip. So, hotel trick: give your passengers good advice, give them advice that will help them save time in their daily lives, and they will hook you up. So hotel trick in Chicago, awesome. Or at least giving that information out is awesome. And then the first time this is the first time it's ever happened to me. I got 15,000 rides, guys. I got a fuck ton of rides, right? On Wednesday, after all that, right? So I dropped off the 2 girls from the metro station downtown. I did one, yeah, and then I filtered from downtown to O'Hare because I needed to go see the mechanic, and got a ride to O'Hare. So I was effectively done that day. I finished with that ride. And then around 5 o'clock, I'm at home, 5 p.m., and I get a phone call on the Uber dummy number. And I'm like, you know, I only gave a ride to 3 passengers that morning, and I was like, okay, who could have lost something this morning? So I answer the phone, and I hear silence at first, and then I hear, hi, who is this? And I'm thinking to myself, I want to get cute, I want to get smart and be like, you called me, right? Like, and I'm like, this is Giovanni. And she said, hi, I don't know if you remember me or not, but you dropped me and my friend off at the airport this morning. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, I just want you to know I really enjoyed the ride. And, you know, I think we should hang out when I come back into town. Right? So we talked on the phone for like 5-6 minutes. She was under the influence, I guess we could say, on her vacation. And yeah, so she called me on the Uber dummy number to give me her actual number. I don't know if that's a violation of the whatever, but she's pretty hot, so I'm gonna take her out. Is that bad, Uber? Somebody tell me. I don't think that's a violation, right? You're not supposed to sleep with your passengers, but who said we're gonna be sleeping? Okay. That might get me in trouble. Yeah, who cares? All right. And then the last thing I want to talk about is my attempt to lose weight this year. I've been putting off for such a long time. I've been ignoring like my health and fitness, and I you know, it's time. I have to do it the best way I know how. And I'm a super simple guy. Like I'm a dangerously simple person, criminally simple, and I just don't like to do things that are complicated. And I'm currently applying that to weight loss. So I'm taking just a bare bones approach to like diet, nutrition, and I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a personal trainer. I just know it works for me because I did it for so long in my 20s. I just ignored it up to this point. So I bought like a special scale on Amazon, and it tracks like your biometrics and stuff like that along with your weight. So I think for me to visually see that stuff, that makes me know like how much how much I'm progressing, what I need to change, what I need to do better. And for what I'm currently doing, it's literally just counting calories and monitoring carbs and having as few cheat days as possible. And like before I share my biometric information here, I want you guys to know I bought the scale a couple days ago, and I've been tracking my progress, and it's very interesting what I'm seeing so far, especially because like I lost weight from yesterday to today. Not a lot, but I lost some weight, which is interesting because in fact I stuck to the diet and I drank last night. I had maybe 5 or 6 Jack and Cokes, maybe more, I don't remember. The only thing is I ignored the urge to get, you know, bar food. I ignored the food to, you know, get some fast food on the way home. I didn't drive, obviously. I took an Uber and Lyft, but I think this is good information for anyone that's wants to lose weight and doesn't really know how. So you can kind of, I like to, you know, I like to show progress. I don't like to talk. I think talk is cheap, especially in the age of the internet. So I want to show, right? So I want to show you this app here. Those are some of the supplements I'll be talking about later. Okay, this is the what is this? The Renho app or something? Sorry, I forget what it's called. I don't know. I forget what it's called right now, but all right. So that's my name. Obviously, Gio at the top. As of this morning, I weigh 218 pounds and 4 ounces, or not 4 ounces, but that's probably what, 6 ounces? Yeah, because there's 16 ounces in a pound. So, and as you guys see that my goal is 190 and my body fat goal is 10%. Now, according to the biometrics on the scale, I have a 30.6 BMI, which is, I don't even count that because I was technically overweight when I was 185 pounds and ripped to shreds. 18% body fat, which I personally think is low. I think I'm more in the 20s. And different kinds of biometrics here, like my percentage of water, muscle mass, bone mass. And but the only real important numbers I'm looking at here are, and this is from someone who, like, I mean, I'm obviously not a personal trainer, but someone who has a base knowledge of fitness, right? So the one thing I thought was interesting there was the subcutaneous fat. That's the amount of fat you have between your muscle and your skin. That's like the easy easy fat to burn off, kind of. Like that's when you just got to sweat it off, got to diet, got to exercise. Like that's, if you're trying to be a bodybuilder, then your subcutaneous fat is going to be like 0.5%. If you're trying to look better, look healthier, you just got to get that like down to like 8%. And it's really not that hard. But I have an overall high amount of body fat and I want to get it much lower. But the other thing I noticed is the base metabolic rate there. That's how many calories your body needs to function. So if you're in a caloric deficit, so that means I need 2,127 calories to operate, right? And if I take in less calories than that, my body starts eating its own fat for energy. Um, so I want to try to stick to like 1,800 calories per day daily, and I'm trying to keep my carb count under 50 grams. Some of you are probably going to say ketogenic diet. I absolutely cannot do that. It would ruin my mood. I've tried. Low carb is an issue for me. Zero carb, I cannot do it. I will fucking bark at passengers if they, it's just low carbs and no carbs really negatively affect my mood. So I cannot do that. So, and now I want to talk about some of the supplements I'm using to achieve this goal. Oh yeah, well, check this out. Check out this tracker. So, according to this, I was wait, what the hell? There's the weight. Yeah, sorry. According to this, I was 227 the day I bought the scale. I don't know how that's possible. 219 the day after, 221 yesterday, and 218 today. And all those minus the very first, that one, 227. All these were first thing in the morning when I got out of bed. So that's right now. I'm yeah. So about 218. I honestly think I can try to get to 200 pounds probably by May, probably by halfway through May. But I definitely want to get to like 190. That's my goal. So 30 pounds, and I'm going on vacation to New Orleans in July. So I definitely want to be as lean as possible going on vacation, because I'm a single guy and single women like good looking guys. I know it's that's a little douchey to say, but it's a fact. So, okay. So this is how I plan on doing this, because like I said before, very bare bones. I bought these protein shakes, and this protein shake here is platinum hydro. It's a whey isolate. And if I take over-the-counter proteins, it's got to be a whey isolate because of my colitis, because any other kind of over-the-counter protein will negatively impact my colon, which will give me a flare-up, which will make me bloat and make my stomach or make my colon bleed, and just a big fucking issue. So let's not do that. Let's stick to what I know works, and isolated whey protein is the way to go for me. This is probably some of the best protein on the market for whey isolate. It's a little pricey on Amazon, but I'm buying these things. I'm gonna go through a tub a week, but it's so far pretty good because I'm saving money because I'm not spending that much on the road anymore. And I mix in 2 scoops in each shake. It's in the trunk of the car. The other one, the protein shaker I have. This one looks like a grenade, right? There's like a little bottom part, and then I take 2 scoops and put in that one. So that's the one for when I drink all my other ones. And I mix in some MCT oil into the protein shakes. That is probably very important, because if you guys remember, I was going through some hormonal issues in my 20s. I was on such a low-fat diet for so long that it killed my testosterone production, and which in turn it made me super fatigued all the time. If I slept 16 hours a day, I was still tired. So ever since then, I've had to make sure I take in essential fats, and MCT oil is an essential fat. So, and it's good for you. I honestly do feel like it gives me way more energy. So I mix MCT oil with my platinum hydro whey there, by Optimum Nutrition, best stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much most of my calories for the day. Each one of these shakes is 300 calories. So 3 of those a day, it's 900 calories. I like meat proteins, and I'll go into that for a minute, and why I'm doing super green there. This video went longer than I thought it would. I'm doing this is something I did back in my old weightlifting MMA days. I just got in the habit of it. I would go to Wendy's after training, and I'll just get double stacks and just eat the meat patties, right? And that worked for so long, so I'm doing that again, because I love meat. I love meat protein. and I don't really have time to prepare food at home, so I just do that. And yeah, obviously I lost 2.5 pounds in 3 days. I think I know what I'm talking about, right? So that keeps the calorie count low, the carb count low. And I also bought this stuff right here, yoursuper.com, the super green mix, because I have ulcerative colitis, and there's a very long list of fruits and vegetables that I cannot safely eat. So I've also bought like probiotics and stuff like that. And I know nutritionally, the protein shakes and the MCT oil, they're not what the body needs to function. Like, I will lose weight doing it, but I'm not going to be healthy. So I bought the, super green, the super food mix, the super green thing, because I know I need these specific vitamins and nutrients that I'm not getting elsewise. Because it's not all about losing weight too. Like, I want to be healthier. Like, because if I'm not healthy, then I'm just gonna go back to where I was in my 20s, where I kept the weight off, but I was falling apart internally. So that's what I'm doing now, guys. Definitely, like I said, this waiting way longer than I thought, but I think you guys deserve to know what a driver goes through, and now this personal weight loss challenge of mine. Like, I forgot to mention, Rick the Baltist. He is also trying to lose weight this year. So he told me he's gonna buy some of those prepackaged food delivery things to try to, because that's the main problem with drivers, is we just kind of like, we get into the habit of like, oh, it's easier just to stop at McDonald's, it's easier just to stop at Wendy's, it's easier to stop at Popeyes. And with him doing the food deliveries things, all you have to do is like go warm them up at a 7-Eleven. You're good to go. Go to 7-Eleven, buy Diet Coke, warm up your food. No one's gonna yell at you. So, and that's all I got for this one, guys. Yeah. So, hotel trick, very friendly passenger, and weight loss ambition. So that's all I got, guys. I want to thank y'all for watching. Sorry, longer video than I thought, but everyone, please stay safe, stay driven, stay classy, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye bye.